Who would have ever guessed that Stephen A. Smith would actually be a bigger LeBron hater than Skip Bayless? And all it took was Stephen A. Smith coming out there and pleading to LeBron as a father, and LeBron, standing up to him. And then he just snapped. Who would have ever thought the man from this incredible song?
I know LeBron James better than LeBron does.
There you are again being so disrespectful. Have no reason to be so disrespectful. To the league MVP. Don't be disrespectful.
You should blame this on me.
When I'm wrong, I'm right. And he proved it tonight. That's number one. You drive me nuts. You're talking junk. Must be on drugs. Number two. Take notes. I'm about to educate you.
What? That's impossible.
I said zip it. Enough is enough. Number two. Stop. I told you what LeBron's going to do. So disrespectful. Have no reason to be.
That was a song that was played a lot. That was auto-tuned the news as a 15-year-old. Or was it 50? Yeah, I was 15 when this came out in 2012 after he won his first championship. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought that he would end up being a bigger LeBron hater than Skip Bayless?
I don't like his not a little bit. You do not understand the links this man would go to. This dates back more than a decade. I believe he's one way publicly, he's another way privately. He might not be interviewed and he might not be quoted, but the things he says and the things he has said to people, it's gotten back to me. The things that he's tried to do, if it were up to him, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah, Skip Bayless has never, he has gone out of his way to make sure he's not insulting LeBron as the person. He goes out of his way to praise LeBron the person. No, Stephen A. Smith has gone full on LeBron the person. He wouldn't be where he was today if it wasn't for LeBron. If LeBron James wouldn't have that. Just let you know, if LeBron really didn't want Stephen A. Smith to be where he is today, probably could have done something 10 years ago. Especially because Stephen A. Smith, who's there, talking about this like it's something that's been going on for 10 years, when up until 18 months ago, this crap wasn't happening. This only happened when LeBron decided, you know what? Two things happened, and they both happened kind of simultaneously. One, LeBron James pulled up on Stephen A. Smith. Two, LeBron James went on Pat McAfee's show instead of Stephen A. Smith's. That's as simple as that. That is what happened. I don't like him. I can't stop talking about it on every platform. Before this year, Stephen A. Smith says criticisms of LeBron were not personal. He was doing his job. Now it comes out that he doesn't like LeBron, so his criticisms were personal. The likes that LeBron's job. Son, yeah, I think that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Why is he on Melo's podcast bashing Bron? Thought Melo was cool with LeBron. At the end of the day, it's a podcast. It's a podcast. Nothing Stephen A. Smith says. I mean this when I say this. Nothing Stephen A. I'm pleading with you as a father. What's he going to say here? And that kind of is crazy. That kind of is crazy, especially when you're somebody who kind of knows LeBron James. When you're someone who not knows him well, but knows him enough that LeBron will pull up on you. If you're someone who knows LeBron, it's very different than a random person online like myself is talking about it. It's very, very different in that scenario. Really? I have 500 megs down internet?
About you. Him. Yo, man, when he said as a father, I had it. So I'm thinking, that's not about Bronny, that's about you. Okay, let's talk about you as a father from this perspective. He ends up getting drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. Congratulations, no problem. He ends up being there opening night, that father-son moment with Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. in attendance. I was there at the game, standing up clapping, no problem. It became a problem when this brother was in the G League, and then the next day, J.J. Redick decides to bring him in the first quarter and ask him to guard Tyrese Maxey. If you could literally...
That had nothing. Putting him on... LeBron never put him on the floor. I need to say this. LeBron did not put Bronny on the floor in that game. LeBron did not put him on the floor. LeBron got him in the door. LeBron didn't put him on the floor. That's JJ Redick.
feel or see somebody drooling at the mouth, give me the ball. That was Tyrese Maxey. It was a nightmare. And I'm like, you can't do that to him. But you also can't do that to us. We're the media. Now you asking us not to cover the game.
But there's also another thing to be said, that there is the argument to be made that, like, what we've never... You're saying you're asking the media not to cover the game when Bronny gets in for, 12 minutes or something in that game? I think the Lakers had half their team injured. But, like, there's been bad players. There's been bad players that have gotten in games before. There's been real bad players that have gotten in games before, but, like, you didn't talk about him because it's not LeBron James' son. So it is a two-way street, if we're being honest. Like, we're only talking about a player who shouldn't be in the NBA because he's LeBron James' son. Because Alex Antetokounmpo is so much worse. Not Thanasis. Thanasis is better than Bronny. Alex is so much worse than Bronny. Like, the gap between Alex and Bronny is probably the gap between Bronny and Giannis. That's how big the gap is. But it's one of those things where it's like, you don't have to cover Bronny. I understand Bronny gets you clicks. I understand it was probably a bad look on LeBron James. But it's also not... LeBron's allowed to be pissed. LeBron's allowed to be pissed, especially if people are questioning his ability to be a father. Because I'm sorry, like, if a talking head that you probably don't like is there questioning your ability as ability to be a father, doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna be pissed. Like, Stephen A. Smith can say what he wants, but LeBron's allowed to be pissed at what he wants to do.
Last straw was not him rolling up on me on courtside. If you sat up there and said, yo, LeBron pissed off, he need to talk to you man to man, and I was in New York, what would I do? I'd be on the next plane to LA. And then you gonna turn around and come on ESPN with Pat McAfee? You gonna come on my channel?
He thinks ESPN's his channel.
On a show that comes on after me just to dog me? Nah. And what you dogging me about? Be a man. Yo, I don't like him either. Cool. Nah, I have to protect my family. That's the narrative you play.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it from Stephen A. Smith. He went on the Pat McAfee show instead of his. That's what this all comes down to. He went on the Pat McAfee show instead of his. That's what it is. That's what this all comes down to. He thinks the ESPN's his network, that you basically have to, check in. That you have to check in with Stephen A. If you're on ESPN, you have to you have to go on Stephen A. Smith's show. You have to. Because let's be real, yes, ESPN is Stephen A. Smith's network. The man, like, I will never question Stephen A. Smith's work ethic. I have so much respect for that. The fact that the guy's everywhere. But at the end of the day, LeBron doesn't like you, and yeah, he's petty as fuck. But it's one thing to say, you know what, after that situation, I don't like LeBron, and not say, oh, for 10 years I haven't liked LeBron. When it only happened when he went on Pat McAfee's show. Anyway, I'll see you guys.